Hello and welcome to Makeshift Minis. Today I'm going to be making a two-part mold. Molds are great tools for the miniature hobby. When making a mold, be sure to do so in a well-ventilated area. Before I make a mold, I first need to make a container for it. I start by measuring and then cutting off a 2-inch strip of cardboard to make the walls. Other materials like poster board or corrugated plastic can be used, but I happen to have cardboard on hand. Using my knife, I cut a 3x3 square from the remaining cardboard. I draw a line down the middle so I know how high to pour the silicone. I score the cardboard about every 2 inches. I'm careful not to cut through the cardboard because that would add more work that isn't necessary. After securing the mini to the box, I tape it shut. I run a bead of hot glue around the rim to secure it to the base. I fill in the scored areas with hot glue, just in case I cut deeper than I wanted to and made a hole. To make sure nothing leaks out, I cover the bottom rim of the box in hot glue. After filling the box halfway with plasticine, I fill a cup with Type 1 silicone. The silicone smells horrible, so you're going to want to work in a well-ventilated area. I add mineral spirits to the cup in about a 2-to-1 ratio, then stir thoroughly for about a minute. After I mix it, I add cornstarch and food coloring to act as an activator. The cornstarch isn't necessary, but it does have the cure time. The biggest downside of adding cornstarch is it compromises the strength and longevity of the mold. After spraying down the mold and some mold release, it's time to pour. By adding pieces of a failed mold, I can bulk up what I'm working on if I don't think it's enough. After about an hour, the rubber is cured enough that I can cut off the bottom of the box. Using a metal sculpting tool, I carve out the plasticine. This takes about 5 minutes using the right tool. It would have taken a lot longer and wouldn't have ended nearly as well if I tried using a knife. After I get the majority of the plasticine out, I do a little cleanup. After spraying down the mold with some mold release, I mix up another batch of silicone. The mold release is important because without it you have to cut open the mold, which kind of defeats the purpose of making it this way. Since I still have some leftover rubber from previous molds, I decide to fill things out a little bit more. Once the rubber's cured, I cut my mold free. It's a little stubborn and wants to stick to the cardboard, but eventually I get it out. Since I didn't use enough mold release, I spent a good 5 minutes tugging and pulling so I can separate them without damaging the mold. Given the amount of effort it took me to separate the halves of my mold, it really goes to show you how much a little prep work can help. Now that the mold is finished, I cast a copy of the fire elemental. You can use whatever casting material you want, but I use styrene that I soaked in acetone. Here's a quick comparison of the original and the copy side by side. Making a mold is a lot of effort, but it can certainly pay off. The biggest problems I find are loss of detail and lots of flashing on the cast piece. At the end of the day, a mold can help you make copies of your custom minis, and seeing a shelf full of them that you made personally is a great feeling. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Take care, be well, and until next time.